four-wheel drive stadium truck, anyone? Hey guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today we have an exclusive unboxing of the brand new Arrma Vorteks 4x4. Now, of course, this is Arrma's newest 1/10 scale four-wheel drive electric stadium truck. Now, in this video, we will be checking out exactly what comes inside the box, take our first look at the brand new four-wheel drive Vorteks, compare it to a few different vehicles I have here at the network, and finally go over all the specs that this new RTR comes with. Starting off with some of the specs on the box, the first glaring number is 60 plus miles per hour. This, of course, is four-wheel drive. It is one of Arrma's 3S lineup of vehicles, so it does have a brushless system installed. It's fully ready to run as long as you add your own battery, and it comes with a whole lineup of cool features from Spectrum, Arrma, and has active vehicle control, better known as AVC. Now, what's so cool about their 3S line of vehicles is it's all modular, so everything kind of comes out in big chunks versus taking 56 screws out just to get to your slipper clutch. Now, with that, Arrma has done their homework and put metal in all of the right places, including all of the gears. As you would expect from a RC in 2021, you get ball bearings throughout, metal bevel gears and pinions, a 2.4 gigahertz radio system, and brushless power from Spectrum. There are 3 colorways available for the Vorteks 4x4, including red, purple, and green. I got the purple one, but I'm just going to call it blue because, as you may know, I am colorblind, and that purple does look like blue to me. Before we get to the star of the show, let's take a look at some of the supplement items that come inside the box. Starting with a whole mess of shock spacers, some extra body clip tie downs, first time I've seen that with an Arrma, a 20-tooth speed pinion, a 2.0 and 2.5 hex wrench, a semi-automatic wheel wrench, a couple of manuals regarding your new Vorteks 4x4, and finally the Spectrum DX3 2.4 gigahertz remote. The DX3 is a pretty decent RTR remote and has all the features that you'd want in a starter radio, including channel reversing for steering and throttle, a throttle limit that'll actually let you set it down if you hand this over to a child or someone that's not quite experienced with RC. You have different dials on the side here for the ABC or steering rate, the brake rate, steering trim, and throttle trim. You have a bind connect button, a third channel button here by the trigger, and a great foam wheel that you don't always get in an RTR radio. This does operate on 4 AA batteries that you do need to supply yourself. And there it is, the Arrma Vorteks 4x4. Now, of course, this is a 1/10 scale, so it's definitely a smaller size than everything that we've been used to lately from like the 1/8, 1/7, 1/6 scale cars from Arrma, but I definitely appreciate this size. Now, one of the biggest growing movements in RC lately has been four-wheel drive stadium trucks, especially down in the 1/10 scale size. We've seen, of course, the Rustler from Traxxas, Techno released their ET410 a while back, all loosely based on stadium trucks or 1/10 scale truggies. And just to give you guys a size comparison, let's get that out of the way with some of the cars I have here at the network. A 1/8 scale buggy, a 10 scale crawler, a 10 scale buggy, a 2.2 rock racer, a 1/7 scale short course truck, and finally a 1/24 scale crawler. Now that you know the size of this thing, let's dive deep into how well Arrma spec this Vorteks out. Starting with the wheels and tires, these are 2.8-inch wheels, very reminiscent of a Method 101 wheel. And the tires are the Qatars, which I believe are a scaled down version of the tires found on the Arrma Talion. These are one of my favorite tires from that generation of vehicles, and I think they'll do quite well on the Vorteks. The body has a lot of features, of course borrowed from some of the 6S lineup, including a nice front bumper that's mounted to the chassis, body pins that have those lovely attached lanyards, roof skids from molded plastic just to save your body a little bit longer, and finally a heavy downforce wing towards the rear, also from molded plastic. This should last pretty long. Moving to the rear, we get a rear bumper attached to the chassis as well as a wheelie bar. This thing can definitely be a little nose happy. This will keep you down and keep you bashing lasting a little bit longer. Also love all the hidden little messages right here. Don't just bash, blast, hidden behind the rear wing. And of course, they're great license plates they always put on these things. Vortex, of course, with the 3 as the letter E. Pulling the body off, you can definitely see the inner workings of the new Vortex 4x4. Starting on the front, we do have plastic bodied oil filled shocks with a pretty decent dampen rate right here. They are adjustable with the plastic clips that's included in the supplement bag. You do have plastic universal drive shafts on all 4 corners, and all of the adjustable turnbuckles are made from steel with a plastic pivot ball. Moving down the center of the vehicle, we do have a plastic center drive shaft that we've seen on a lot of the other 3S vehicles. That does rotate on the center right there, and it seems to be pretty stout for this size of vehicle. That mounts directly up to the slipper clutch assembly in the transmission and on back to the rear differential. The rear has much of the same with slightly longer oil-filled shocks, plastic universal drive shafts, and steel turnbuckles. Flipping it to the bottom side, you can see how modular the chassis is. Just with a few screws, you can remove the entire front clip or the entire rear clip. You can also check out how stout the A-arms are. These are pretty thick considering this is a smaller 1/10 scale vehicle. Other cool features that we've seen on some of the other 3S lineup of vehicles from Arrma are very stout shock towers, awesome body mounts, lots of attention to keeping dirt out of your vehicle, including these huge side guards for the chassis, guards for the shocks, Velcro straps for the battery, and lots of honeycombing inside the chassis just to keep it nice and durable. Starting in the front electronics wise, we have a waterproof combo throughout this vehicle. So yes, it is 100% waterproof. It is not a submarine.
Dive the boat.
Dive the boat. Make our depth 300 meters.
It is waterproof. Starting with the SPM 651 servo. This has 101 inches of torque at 6 volts, has metal gears, should do well for an RTR servo. Next is the Arrma 100 amp Smart ESC. This is capable of either 2S or 3S LiPo and comes with a pre-installed IC5 connector for Spectrum's Smart series of batteries. Now it is also EC5 compatible, you just wouldn't have the Smart feature. Finally, you do have the Spectrum Arrma 3660 3200 kV brushless sensorless motor with a full heatsink and additional cooling fan. So not only do you have a fan on the ESC, you also have a fan on the motor. Well guys, that is my first look at the brand new Arrma Vorteks 4x4. But I'd like to pose a question to you guys. Do you like 1/10 scale or 1/8 scale for RC? Post your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that, I cannot wait to drive this thing. It's going to be fun. I like smaller vehicles. I don't like the tiny ones, but I do like some of the smaller 1/10 scale vehicles. They really make you a better driver overall, and you can have fun in smaller spaces. But with that, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. And finally, my name is Rich. Thanks for watching.